we were shocked. Like, how can that be true in podcasting? Like, how could this person be making this kind of money? How could they have the reach that they have? How can they have that many listeners? Like, what? We were laughing about it.
You went from SoulCycle with some babysitting to launching one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
There's a little baby step in between that helped because I babysat for Kristen and Dax. That's how I got to know them. But then when the kids went to school, they liked me. So they were like, well, we want to keep her around. What's she going to do during the day, basically? And so I started assisting for Kristen. She didn't have an assistant before that.
Oh, yeah. Duh. I knew that. Yes.
And then that's really, so when I started assisting for her is when I started taking on a lot more and started writing stuff for her and started just like building that out. And then by the end of my time with her, we were producing stuff together. We were more, co-conspirators than I was her assistant at that point. Dax wanted to do a podcast because he liked them. And then I was like, I think I can probably figure that out. I can help with that. And then we just started doing it. We did not know what we were doing at all, but we both like to talk a ton and we like to learn a lot. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we just started it. And I remember we had someone on early, or maybe it was like right when we were starting. We learned about another podcast that was popular at the time. And we were hearing some things about their success and the like details of the success. And we were shocked. Like, how can that be true in podcasting? Like, how could this person be making this kind of money? How could they have the reach that they have? How can they have that many listeners? Like, what? We were laughing about it. Like, that's absurd. And we joked and we're like, what if we were able to do that as a joke? Like, truly, we thought that was absurd. And we have done that times a few, which is a shock. It's like hard to talk about without sounding braggy, but I think that's an important piece that we actually never talk about that day.
I think it's important to talk about though, because you embody that career is not linear and it's not always what you planned, and you can grow and evolve and pivot and
and the sky can be the limit, but you also have to have some humility around. I mean, there's like this very strange balance that happened at the very beginning that led to this, and we're still so surprised and so grateful. Cannot believe it.